GIGABYTE is based on the previous tech preview. I first tried out the Carrack. I stood in front of the terminal and was completely overwhelmed. The first thing that opened was a view showing all the rooms with their temperatures. I saw around 30 rooms or so. The entire screen was filled with symbols. So I tried to get a bit of an overview of what everything was. In the top left, you have a display showing 3 values: life support, cooling system, and full power. On the right side, you get notifications. Below that is the actual terminal you work with, which also has 3 tabs on the left side. The first tab is a new feature that lets you control all the doors and similar systems. The second tab is the one we already know. It's for managing energy. The third tab is for setting up configurations. You can create multiple setups and save them however you like. At the bottom, there are 5 new buttons. The first shows how the power lines are routed. The second shows all the doors. The third shows all the components. The fourth shows the temperatures in all rooms. The fifth shows which components are damaged. All the way to the right, there's a button to lock and unlock all doors. So I was inside the Carrack and honestly a bit overwhelmed by everything I was seeing. I started playing around with the doors. You can open, close, and block them all independently. Then I moved on to the rooms where you can toggle whether air is supplied or not. I'm not sure if it worked or if it was because I was still on Area 18, but you can at least see the temperature and status of each room. Then I checked the components and some were damaged. Everything was displayed clearly and nicely. Because it all felt a bit complex, I thought about trying a smaller ship, the cutter. Unfortunately, the buttons didn't work to open the door. So I grabbed my railgun and shot the door. The effects are new too. The impact was really beautiful, a perfect round hole. I probably caused too much damage with that one shot because the components caught fire. I grabbed a fire extinguisher to put it out. Then I took my multi-tool to try and repair the components. There's a new interface showing which component it is and how much damage it has. Unfortunately, I couldn't refill my multi-tool to test the repairs. After that, I tried 2 other ships, the Cutlass Black and the Hull C, but they didn't work. Then I tried the Corsair. That was much more manageable. I ran the same tests again. This time, I also shot at components to set them completely on fire. The fire kept growing and the temperature rose significantly. I also tried a few tests to remove the air from the room, but that didn't work either. Not sure if it's broken or if it's because I was still on Area 18. Luckily, the damage wasn't too bad, so I tried flying out to space to repeat the test. I flew upward, and I'm not sure what happened, but suddenly the ship lost all power and I crashed. I reclaimed the same ship and tried flying farther away using a quantum jump. As I was flying, I noticed the temperature rising in the bottom left corner. I was about to report it as an issue, but after the quantum jump, my entire ship shut down. I walked to the engineering terminal and saw that the power plants were over 200 degrees. Luckily, the temperature was already dropping. I went back to the pilot seat and suddenly I had power again on all systems. I scrolled through the settings and saw that the cooling system was turned off. I turned it on and the problem was solved. I was heading to an ASD facility to refill my multi-tool so I could test component repairs. But when I landed, the hangar disappeared and I fell through the ground. After logging back in, I kept getting server errors. After an hour, I unfortunately gave up. My overall impression, it's insanely cool. And the gameplay for engineers is really starting to get fun.